ranking the best wide receivers in college football Ultimate Team. And boys, we are back here with another tier list update. Today, we're going to be taking a look at wide receiver. Now, right before we do go on ahead, get into the new cards though, got to take a look at the old tier list. And I think we're in an interesting spot with this. So Luther Burden's still going to be S tier for us today. Desmond Howard, he's in a weird spot because I feel like with the cards we have today, he's more of like an A+ type of player. And I think today it's either do we load up the S tier or do we drop down Desmond Howard a singular tier and then drop everyone else. And today I'm leaning more towards a loaded S tier. So the list is going to stay the exact same and we're just going to get into the new cards.
Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order.
All right, now the first two cards we have right here are Dakari Collins and also Jalen Hale. Now, this is from the Coca-Cola promo. I just saw it on CFB.fan. Usually when there's a promo like this, it's like you get a can of Coca-Cola, it has a code on it, and then you get one of these players. But here's the thing, okay? These players are pretty bad. I mean, Dakari Collins, he's 6'4", love the height on the receiver, but 77 speed, that's just literally unusable at this point. There's no point, right? There's no point. I get the height is good. Very similar thoughts to him and Jalen Hale as well. Just again, it's the 77 speed. So these cards for me are going to go ahead and be in the F tier. Now we also get some story of the week cards as well. First one we got is JB Mitchell III. And this card has 80 speed, 80 acceleration. He is 6'1" and hits 80 for short route running. But receiver's just an absolutely loaded position in this game. And just at this point, the stats just really aren't there in my opinion. So this is going to be another card in the F tier. But now we bump it on up to 83 overalls and we got conference story Cade McDonald. And this card is 5'11", but has 83 speed, 83 acceleration, has 80 for short route running. Wish he would have hit 80 for medium and deep, but the stats aren't the worst thing in the world. It's not terrible. Also has a decent juke and spin move as well, hitting 83 for both. Cade McDonald, I think he's okay. I'm not saying he's like this crazy receiver in the game or anything, but I'm thinking D or C for him. And I think he's a little bit better than like Yokeith Brown and Jerwan Newton. So I'll slightly put him in the C tier. And we also get Caden Robinson as well. Caden Robinson has 83 speed, 83 acceleration. This time he is 6'2". Again, 80 short route running, 79 medium, 77 deep. Main complaint on the card is not hitting 80 for every route running, but even comparing him to his 84, I mean, his 84 does hit all 80s, but I think the fact that this one gets abilities, also went down in overall, but gained a speed point. So yeah, I think Caden Robinson, he's going to be another player for us that is going to be in this C tier as well. I think he's relatively solid, man. Yeah, I don't mind him being in the C tier. Like the height on him too. And now we get some college kickoff cards. The first one we got is 84 overall Caleb Burton III. And this card is 5'11", 80 speed, 81 acceleration. The thing I like on the card is hitting 85 for every single route running. Now the speed isn't there. Speed is pretty bad, but I like the 85s for every single route running. I don't think this card is crazy. He's in like a weird spot because from a physical stat standpoint, easily F, but the route runnings are there, man. And for me, Caleb Burton, I'm going to slightly put this card in the D tier just because again, I like the route running, man. I really, really do. I get the speed, not there, but this is a spot where I think he does slightly make up for not having speed with his route running. So yeah, D tier I think is a good spot for him. Maybe could see him C, but I think the physical stats are just a little bit too low for that. We also have 85 overall Jaden Thomas. That's 6'2", 83 speed, 84 acceleration, does hit that 85 level of short route running. And again, I think this card is really, really solid across the board. Decent juke move, 83, doesn't have a great spin, doesn't have great break tackle either, but this is another card that I think is really, really solid. I think he's actually pretty similar to what we covered with Cade McDonald and also Caden Robinson. He's going to be another player that I place in the C tier. Again, solid receiver in the game. Now we also get 85 overall Dylan Bell. This card, 6'1", 84 speed, 84 acceleration, does hit that 85 level of short and medium route running, which I like that a lot. 81 juke as well. Really, really solid. Again, I just think he has really solid stats across the board. Not bad for his price either. Dylan Bell, he's kind of in a weird spot where I feel like he's kind of like right here, where it's like a C+ type of range. And I think he's as good as like Jeremiah Smith, Robert Thomas in them. It's like, it's tough, man. I think he's better than everyone in C given the abilities he can get and also his route running. So I'm going to slightly place him in the B tier. Yeah, I mean, maybe I could see you want him on the C tier level, but I think he's a solid receiver in the game, man. I like him. We also have Ryan Wingo as well. Ryan Wingo has 85 speed, 87 acceleration. He is 6'2", so has a good height. Also hits that 85 level of deep route running. I know the short route running not there, but I think out of all the route runnings, I think deep is probably the most important with wanting them to get separation, because a lot of like short routes, like whip routes, zig routes, that'll just like auto beat, man. You don't really need the route running for it. I think like the deep post, the skinny post, stuff like that, you need the deep route running for it. So I like this Ryan Wingo card the most out of all the college kickoff cards that isn't a champion, of course. So Ryan Wingo, for me, he is going to be top end of this B tier. He's one of my favorite options in B, man. I can't lie. I really like Ryan Wingo. Don't think he's on that A tier level, but I think this is another great receiver in the game. He can definitely get the job done. We also get 85 overall Tyler Morris. Tyler Morris is 5'11", so a little bit shorter, but 84 speed. Doesn't have the best acceleration, but 85 for short and medium route running. Doesn't hit the deep and doesn't really do much after the catch. I think Tyler Morris, though, again, he's not bad from a stat standpoint. It's just like wanting a little bit more, right? Like a little bit of acceleration, a little bit of like, I don't know, like a juke spin, maybe a little bit of break tackle too, but not a bad receiver in the game. Dylan Morris, for me, I think he's kind of right by Dylan Bell. I think he's worse than Dylan Bell, but I'm going to place him on the same level. Again, this is a card that I can maybe see argued in the C tier, but I think he's solid. I'm going to place him B. Now we also get college kickoff champion right here, Jimmy Horn Jr. Now this is going to be a tough spot where we have Jimmy Horn because he's 88 speed, 90 acceleration is great. This is kind of a rare time where a stat is above his overall. Like the excel is 2 above his overall. That's not too common in the game. And he's also 5'10", so a little bit shorter. The height side of things, it's preference. I like the taller players. You might like the shorter players. Preference at the end of the day. But Jimmy Horn has 84 short route running, 85 medium, 89 deep. If you have a strategy card that can plus 1 for every route running, hitting that 90 deep route running or in 85 short would be also 84 release / beat press as well. Good juke, good spin, not the best break tackle, but he can do good things after the catch. So Jimmy Horn, for me, given the list we have today, he's someone that is going to be right by Desmond Howard. And wherever you have Desmond Howard, I have Jimmy Horn. And again, I think these two cards are going to be the worst two in S tier. I think they're better than everyone in A. I also don't want to drop them. So these two might end up being our only cards in A tier and everyone go down a singular tier. We'll see at the end though. We also get McMillan from Arizona right here. And this card is 6'5", 89 speed, 88 acceleration, and hits 85s for every single route running. Short, medium, deep, also good release / beat press as well. And he also has 85 juke, 86 break tackle, and he can run block. So everything you want a receiver to do, this card can do. Like he is absolutely phenomenal. Now, is he worth like the 1.3 mil, 1.4 mil he's going for? I'd say no, just because there's so many great receivers in the game, but this is a card that is a beast, man. And McMillan, for me, he is going to be an easy addition to S. And this is the first card where I'm like, he's better than Luther Burden. Luther Burden being a day one card is still crazy to me. Pretty similar thoughts to him and like Quinshon Judkins, just them being good for that long, kind of crazy. But yeah, McMillan is the first card in this list where I'm like, he is better than Burden. So yeah, he's an easy addition, top in the S tier for me. Now after that, we get Tavon Austin. Tavon Austin is 5'8", so a little bit shorter. That's like his weakness. Again, if you prefer the taller players like me. But Tavon Austin, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 89 agility, really good physical stats. Also great route runnings as well. Hits 85 for short, medium, and deep, and also has 89 release / beat press as well. And I guess they compare him to Camden Benjamin. Kind of weird. Okay, anyway, my bad, got a little sidetracked. But yeah, also amazing juke, amazing spin, great break tackle as well. I think Tavon Austin is another receiver that this is a better receiver than Luther Burden. I have him as my wide receiver 3 that's currently obtainable. Yeah, he's another card that I'm saying is better than Luther Burden though, so I'm gonna place Tavon Austin in this S tier. And we got another legend right here. We got Herman Moore. This card is very similar to McMillan, where Herman Moore, 6'4", tall receiver in the game, 89 speed, 88 acceleration, 89 agility, and for route runnings, hits 85 for short, medium, and deep route running. Amazing. And also great after the catch too. I mean, good juke, good spin, even good break tackle, has 90 change of direction. And again, this is another receiver that can also run block too. So for me, wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 are Herman Moore and McMillan that are currently obtainable. So yeah, these cards gonna be S for me. And you know what? I think we got to drop everyone down, man. I think the S tier, you know what? I was leaning towards a loaded S tier, but we're gonna drop some people down. And yeah, this is what it's looking like for me now. I think Tavon Austin, Herman Moore, McMillan are all objectively better than Luther Burden. Luther Burden being an A just doesn't feel right, but I think this is more like representative of what I think the list is looking like. And these are all the current obtainable cards, by the way. So this is what the list looks like now. But now we're gonna cover 2 cards that we can eventually get. And the first one's gonna be Colin Lacey. This is level 50 in the Season 2 Field Pass, which right now looks like a beast. I mean, he's 5'10", 90 speed, 92 acceleration, 92 agility as well. Great route runnings across the board, good beat press, has a great juke, has a great spin, good break tackle, 92 change of direction as well. I think Colin Lacey, looking at the card right now, again, this is another card that I'm saying better than Luther Burden. And yeah, he's going to be S tier for me. It's just right now he's not obtainable. So it's like, do we really cover him? I mean, we are, but yeah, not obtainable right now. And the final receiver we have is a card that we will get at the end of season 2. This is like the Tim Tebow of this season. It's Deshaun Jackson, and obviously this card looks insane. 92 speed, 93 acceleration, 92 agility, has 90 short route running, 93 deep route running, which is insane, 89 medium, great beat press slash release as well, has 91 juke, 90 break tackle, 93 change of direction. And yeah, I mean, I guess the one weakness we can nitpick him being 5'10", but the card looks insane. And I could see a world where you're like, okay, right now I should only have Deshaun Jackson in the S tier. I'm not going to sit here and say you're wrong, but it's just the fact that he's not obtainable right now. So I want to keep McMillan, Herman Moore, and Tavon Austin in this S tier right now. But I would agree Deshaun Jackson is a tier above these guys. I would agree with that. But yeah, this has been my thoughts on the receiver position in College Football Ultimate Team. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Who do you think should go up? Who do you think should come down? Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, though, you enjoy content like this, want to stay up to date here with everything that's the best in College Football Ultimate Team, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you guys do want to go ahead and see me use these cards live on stream, been streaming here on both YouTube and Twitch to watch on the YouTube. Make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.